Mikal Bridges earned more minutes from Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, right, right. He just earned himself some more minutes. I mean, he tried his best to get himself some rest by picking up foul trouble. But listen, let me tell y'all something, man. As I'm watching this game unfold, and give credit to the Blazers, man. They scrapped. They were a scrappy team. They're very, very physical with the Knicks tonight. Very athletic and gave the Knicks a lot of trouble. But let me tell you something, bro. From just with the backdrop of the storyline with Bridges coming into this. No one does narratives and storylines better than the New York Knicks. I'm watching this game and watching him kill the entire game. He had a monster night, 33 points, 13 of 21 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 4 steals in 41 minutes. As the fourth quarter is coming to a close, I said, Mikal Bridges is going to end this thing. And they didn't get it done in the regulation. But once that overtime, that with 3.4 left, I said, this is the only way that this game could end. The only way that this game could end was with Mikal Bridges because of the backdrop of everything that happened today, man. Great job by him. He was sensational tonight in leading his team again without the captain. And with the mid-range was on the money. The snake dribbles and, killing the drop coverage with Klingham and Chauncey Billups. The snake dribbles on the money and getting to the free throw line. 6 more free throw attempts tonight. And capping it off with the three-pointer, man. Great night for him, bro. Well deserved.
Great night for Mikal Bridges. And look, even you didn't even mention in the last frame, the last 2 frames, right? Because in overtime, Denny Avdia gets the layup on Mikal Bridges hitting the deck. And so you're like, oh man, we need your defense right there. We need somebody in front of Denny. And next thing you know, you get the handoff from Josh Hart, drill the 3 in front of Klingham, man. You had Klingham's hand right there. That could have been a block, but he just drills it, man. And where's been this game this entire season, CP? We see this guy fade away and all this other stuff, and we know he could put up 40 points. But this, by far, looks like the guy that we were promised in the trade, man. This is the guy that was promised when you traded 5 picks to get him here. And you say, we need another initiator. We need another playmaker. We need another guy who can just drill shots when need be. That was him tonight. And all on the backdrop, as you talk about, complaining about saying, hey, we're playing too many minutes. Give the bench more run. I need a little bit more rest. Bro, you don't need rest. You just need confidence and energy. You don't need any rest. You're good. 41 minutes is nothing for you. You're doing everything you need to do for this team right now. Mikal Bridges was just absolutely on one tonight. And you got to love everything about it, man. Absolutely everything about it.
It's like I said, this is just one of those Knicks stories, man. No one does storylines in the NBA like the New York Knicks. And look, with him, I've been saying it all year that you see the usage and the role change when the Knicks are down, either Brunson or Towns or Hart. It just changes for him, whether that's Tibbs adjusting or Mikal adjusting to a new role and knowing that he's got to be more aggressive and provide more offense for the team. This is the guy you traded the 5 picks for. No question about it. If this is a guy that shows up for you every night, you have no problem trading the 5 picks. The problem is sometimes, look, this team has a lot of other issues, but sometimes less is more in a certain way. Miami had the same problem trying to figure out LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. You had Chris Bosh, a monster, coming in. Somebody had to sacrifice for the betterment of the team. Everybody's not going to be playing like an all-star every night. It's just not going to work that way. So it's on a lot of people, man. Obviously with Bridges today, I think his comments spoke to his frustration with the role, also his frustration with the offense. And so he's got to get adjusted. It's going to be on Tibbs to find the optimal rotations, the optimal situations to get him involved. And once the captain comes back, it's going to be on the captain as well to help get him involved because he commands a lot of the usage. And, yes, that's our guy. That's a superstar, and rightfully so. He's our all-star, so he's got to take us home. But with Bridges taking on the hardest defensive assignments and, logging the most mileage, the most minutes, it's imperative upon all three of those parties to make sure that he gets involved, and probably, maybe for him, early in the game so that he stays activated. But it's a lot of mouths to feed when you factor in Brunson, Towns, Hart, gets his offense his own way. The dog gets it his own way. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Absolutely, man. It's a lot for this team to handle in so many different aspects, as you just mentioned. And I think the biggest cure for that is just putting Bridges with the second unit. I think that's the best way to allow him. I said on Twitter not too long ago, he gets the Grimes treatment where it's like prior to Brunson going down, it's him not asserting himself enough and Tibbs not creating opportunities for Bridges so that way he can get involved and activated in this offense. And then part of the RJ role, RJ would get that free run with the second unit. Now with the second unit, they do, the Karl-Anthony Towns thing. Maybe it's Bridges, man, because Cat is an efficient scorer. He doesn't need to be that guy that has to be on ball and create his own shots. You see from tonight and other nights that Bridges needs the rock in his hands so that way he can feel loose. He can feel comfortable, right? He can just get going. There's just some guys like that who can't just be, tucked away in the corner and be like, all right, on the limited touches that you get, you're going to be fine. Some guys just need to just feel the rock, just get into a groove, get their shimmy on, and then get activated. And so I think that's imperative for Tibbs to just say, you know what? I think the change right now, when Brunson gets back, instead of constantly going with Cat, we're going to go with Bridges. We're going to allow him to just run the second unit and run it through him because he clearly can do it. He just needs the confidence, and the confidence may just be, let's get the ball to him more often, and what opportunity is best for him to do that than to run with the second unit. I think that's the big change when Brunson gets back. But as of right now, it's all hands on deck, and you're seeing that Bridges is more than comfortable over these last couple of games. Even in the loss to the Clippers, man, he looks just fine
looks way better,
handling the rock and being a playmaker.
He looks way better. So, there's an adjustment there that's going to have to be made. A lot of times it's been, as of late, it's been like Towns and Hart kind of running with that unit when it's Deuce, it's Payne, Precious, but you'll have a little more Mitch. So, is that a wrinkle that he's saving for the playoffs? Who knows? But clearly he needs his own lane, just like you said with RJ. RJ had that struggle trying to find his fit between Brunson and Randall. Right? Then he goes to Toronto, and he's just fine, right? Just doing his RJ thing with the ball in his hand. So they've got to figure it out. But this is the guy that they traded for. He still got it. He has it in him. Like we said, we know it's in there. It just had to come out. And, he just looked fantastic, man. Snapping the nets tonight. He looked really good. And, happy for him, man. Great job by Mikal Bridges tonight, man. 33 points for the Knicks. 13 and 21 shooting from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 4 dimes, 1 steal, and 1 block. 41 minutes for the guy who says, I'm playing too many minutes.
You just earned more minutes, my man.
You just earned more minutes, buddy.
Tibbs is like, hey, whoa. You ain't sitting down anymore.
Let's take a look at the key stats of the night before we wrap here, Al. 46% from the field. The Knicks shoot 46% from the field. Blazers 44. 38% from the Knicks from downtown. Blazers 40. So the Knicks, after struggling from 3 earlier in the game, they were able to settle in. They get up 31 shots. They knock down 38% of them, so that was good. Free throws, both teams trying to give this game away at the charity stripe. Knicks go 14 to 20, 70%, 64% from the Blazers, 16 to 25. How about this, Al? Knicks get smoked on the boards, 52 to 38, and it wasn't because of necessarily size disadvantages. This was hustle. This was hard work. That Chauncey was like, yo, go get it. And that's what I saw in big spurts of this game, that this Blazer team, this young team, they were hungry, man. And they showed it out there on the effort side, getting after it on the 50-50 balls and just getting boards. Knicks got smoked by 14. 38. I couldn't tell you last time I seen the Knicks get like less than 40 boards in a game. Blazers had 21 offensive rebounds. I believe they're top 5 in the league in offensive rebounds. I think they said on the telecast. I think they're like top 5 or so. And yeah, they were right on. They were right on. So that definitely gave the Knicks a lot of trouble. Knicks won the assist battle 27-20. And then the turnover battle is what got the Knicks in this one and you know, kept them in there. As I said, the defense was on point. 25 Blazer turnovers led to 31 Knick points. And that's indicative of a young, inexperienced team. And the Knicks, conversely, 15 turnovers led to 16 Blazer points. Okay, points in the paint, Knicks won that by 14, 58-44. And then, as we said, 40 lead changes in this game. Largest lead for the Knicks, 8. Largest lead for the Blazers was 5.
Man. And yes, the Trailblazers are 5th. They are ranked 5th right now in the league when it comes to offensive rebounding. They average 12.7 offensive boards per game. And you spoke on it, man. The rebounding, it's just absolute hustle. And I think, you know, Klingon is a solid big when it comes to just rebounding as well. His height, I think he's not necessarily he's still a rookie, so he still has a lot to learn, but you can just see his presence in the paint too, boxing out and just grabbing boards. But everybody, man, everybody was just hustling. Denny as well. These guys were just hustling after it. But to me, outside of the rebounding, it was the playmaking tonight. And I know we didn't get over 30 assists, but we did get 27 to the Trailblazers 20. And I thought there was still a little bit more to be had when you look at the shooting percentages of this team, but they were moving the rock well. The one thing that you can see is that we have a lot of playmakers on this team that can make something happen. You know, Deuce McBride is showing that he's more than capable of working the pick and roll. We know what Cat can do when looking for his teammates. Josh Hart has been a playmaker. We're seeing Mikal Bridges, even OG Anunoby. OG, when he's driving, he can find guys, man, in the paint.
Yeah.
How about that one? I know Mitch didn't get it. He got to the free throw line, but OG driving finds Mitch just to get the foul and get to the free throw line. But we have more than enough playmakers on this team as long as we move the rock and just keep guys activated. So the assist, I know we didn't get over 30, but 27. I know we got 27, but that stands out to me. And then look, fast break points. This is a very young team in Portland that likes to get out there and run. Knicks won that battle 18-11. I thought the Knicks did a good job in choosing their I guess their timing. They had the right timing when to get out there and just get easy points. I like that aspect of this game as well. And they won all those other categories. Second chance opportunities, points in the paint that you want to see. But I thought fast break scoring and the assist tonight, man, those are my two big stats from tonight's matchup against the Trailblazers.
Underdog Fantasy is the place to play if you're a fan looking to cash in on some of your favorite athletes' performances. Available in over 30 states, including New York, California, and Texas. Just call your shot on higher or lower on 2 or more player stats for your chance to win real money. Use our promo code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. So download the Underdog Fantasy app today and turn every bucket into a W.
All right, John Shin, you up next, man. How you feeling, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good, man. How you feeling?
This is probably the worst win that the Knicks have had this year. I mean, overtime, back and forth. This is not the team that you want to do this with. Lakers, Clippers, prior, okay, but this, come on, guys. We lost to the Celtics. We lost to the Cavaliers. We're trying to win a championship this year, and I don't know, like, if Mikal didn't hit that shot, how would we all be reacting right now, right?
I mean, honestly, like, it would be hard because I would have to do this show with all the losing and all the Bridges storylines. But honestly, man, listen, man, they're locked into the 3 seed. It would have been frustrating, but I'll say this, like, and this is typically the case with a lot of teams, man. As you get deeper and deeper into the West Coast trips, the games get harder and harder to win. They went into Portland. They went up against a young, scrappy team fighting for their life, and they got into a dogfight. I'm not mad at it, man. I was very entertained with this game. I was, from a basketball fan standpoint.
For sure. I know it's rapid fire.
Yeah.
If Jalen was in this game, I have a feeling that I think Knicks fans would all have a feeling we would have won this game handedly. A clutch shot, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Mikal came in, and we all know what happened with the article that came out. We're all aware of it. I'm so happy that at the end of the day, he was the person that put the dagger in to win the game. Maybe this is. I'm trying to put a bright light into this.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, great, we won the game, but whatever. How can we integrate this guy? How can we make sure that he's successful and that becomes successful for the team? Jalen's
That's
out.
The question. That's
how
the challenge. That's the
Mikal
challenge.
Be this person to be a successful person for this Knicks team?
That's the challenge.
See you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate the call, man. John Shin on the Discord. Hey, rate that call, man. You know, some of you, he's not alone. I know some of you guys don't get impressed by these Knicks wins against the lesser-known teams. Some of you think it was a bum night, and they should have responded accordingly. So rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. If you guys are new here, this is what we do with our callers. Some of you guys agree, some of you don't. So rate that call in the chat. This is your show. We're just the conductors here. We just the conductors here. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Al, how do you respond to that?
I'm impressed by this one, man. Portland's not that bad of a team. Like I said, I know the record is 28-39. I mean, honestly, the way that Portland's playing, they not easily, but there is a realm where they could get that 10th spot in the Western Conference and make the play-in, man. They're a scrappy team. I would not be surprised if that happens. But look, this is against some teams, man. Teams are just gonna have problems. Last year was like the Celtics against the Orlando Magic. You know, there's going to be teams that you just have difficulty with. It's the Denver Nuggets who had difficulty with going against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Even though they were a top team last year, we're talking about having an MVP caliber candidate and a team that won the championship. So there are going to be matchups that are difficult for this team. Portland is young. They get out there. They like to run. They had some good shooting. They play some solid defense. This is not an easy team to just go on their own home turf. As you talked about, CP, you're on what? This is now the 4th game of your West Coast trip. You're getting tired. You're moving around a lot. New city. You know, and it just happens, man. It's not like you're practicing every single night and that these guys get to rest. These guys, after a game, have to pack up and travel and go to the next city. So, look, to come out tonight, you know, being on the West Coast, going against a tough team, and look, this is no easy game. Scoot went 10 of 16 off the bench tonight, all right? Hit 4-4 from downtown, got 30 points. He was a demon. Every time he touched the rock, I was like, yo, this ball's going to go in. Like, do we have an answer for him? That was why McBride and everybody else was struggling, right? And then you just look at Shadon Sharp, who's an athletic, twitchy wing out there. Denny, as we talked about. He's another good player. Sure. And then you had, was it Tumani, who was also playing well. He went 6 of 10 from the field. Like, this was a tough team to play against, and the Knicks, without their captain, are adjusting to a new situation where they don't have Jalen Brunson. They're now everyone has to step up to be a playmaker, to score. It's a different situation, and while we do have the talent to compete with any single team, I'm not overlooking Portland based on the circumstances the Knicks are in, being out on the West Coast. And just watching a little bit of Portland over the last few weeks, like, this is a tough team, man.
Yeah.
This is a tough team.